I bought this saw, I don't know, several years ago back in the 80s. And I ran it for years, let it sit for years. Wouldn't run, so I took it into the shop. They told me it wouldn't run because of no compression. Well, I did the right thing, not knowing what I was doing. I tore it completely apart. I don't know if I can get this back together, but I'm going to try. Years ago, I was told that this saw would never run. It was a piece of junk. So I tore it apart the other day, and what you see before me is all the parts laid out. I've cleaned them, and I'm ready to reassemble this saw. Yeah, this is Marv from Marv's Fixit shop. I got this daggone saw tore apart. I've been fixing stuff or trying to for over 50 years. I don't know if I can fix this, but let's give it a whirl. The first step in reassembling this old saw is putting the new gas lines in the tank, and I didn't know which size to get, so I bought them all. And there's the tank, so I have to get them lines in here. I did pick up a couple of more filters. Not sure if I need them. The old one isn't that bad. Maybe I will just reuse the old one. We'll see. Well, I don't know if I know how to do that. The issue I see with these holes in this gas tank is simply that these holes are a certain size, and it takes a certain size gas line to fit in there tight enough to keep everything from leaking. I know there's some tricks of the trade, and I'm going to start with one of them. I don't know if it'll work. One trick is that you can put this in there, you fold this over a little, you can shove it up in there, melt that, feed that down through the gas line and up through this hole and pull that through. Let's see if that works. Let's see if I can't get this in there. I've not ever done this before where it's been successful, but there's always the first time. So let's take a pliers and fold this over like that so that it's really flat. Let's fold it over one more time. I've seen this done a couple different ways. This is just one way. I don't know if it'll work, but let's try it. Put that in there like that. And wow, that might be too fat. Let's get that a little tighter if we can. Now, one way is you trim the edge of the line off, get a little thin spot, get it started in there, and lubricate it and pull it through. Let's try this way first, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, we haven't really lost anything. Let me get something to shrink. The idea is to shrink this tube down around that notch right there. Have my little torch here. Like I said, this is the first time for me on this application. Let's just heat that up, that nice and hot. Ay, it's melting. Is that what it's supposed to do? I really don't know. That looks hot to me. Something's melting out of there. Ouch, 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 ouch. No, you don't want to touch that. You knew that, didn't you? Okay. Let's let that cool off just for a bit. Oh, no, that melted right off and broke. I don't see how that's gonna work. Do you guys? That's cooled off. Let's put a little oil on there. So it's lubricated nicely. Now let's see if we can get it started in the hole. Let's start it. It's started. Oh, what the world? Look at that. Gotta be kidding me. That worked. Look at that. That's so tight. I can't already believe it. That worked. Let's cut this off now. Have my scissors. These are really nice scissors. I'll cut that off. And we're going to put the new filter in. And we're going to pull this so I know I got enough. Shove it in the tank. So we'll leave that like that. Another way I was showing on how to get these lines in is just trim one side so it's small. Get your tank and fit that down through the hole. It'll squeeze and go in there. Reach in and grab it, and then pull. Oh, look at that. Both of those ways work. I've got to say that works pretty good. I wasn't expecting that, but that line went in there very nicely. Wow, that's great. Now let's shove in this little tip right here. Was up in here like that. Pull that up. Oh, that's the wrong one. We'll pull this back and put it in there. Hey, I'm really impressed on the way them gas lines went in. I could have saved a lot of disassembly if I would have known how this tank actually came out. But, yeah, I needed to clean it anyway. Uh-oh. What? I hate uh-ohs. Let's put this in. Boy, that snapped right back into place. Look at that. Let's put the wiring back on so we don't forget that. This wire right here came off, and I need to slip it back on. Let's put the flywheel back on. By the way, these little clippy springs here, they didn't function very well, but after I cleaned it up and a little schmutz on there, and we got her working pretty good. I wonder what kind of torque that's supposed to have. Torque. It's good enough. That works, that works. Good deal. Okay, now what's next in this jigsaw puzzle? Let's just think about this a minute. This has to go on, then this. I think I want to put this handle on next. I just figured something out. See this part? That's what goes in there. Let's take this back apart. Got that oiler working though. When I was cleaning that thing up, I tore that oiler apart. I was surprised it actually worked. Put a little oil in it and started plunging it and blew out the holes. Boy, it was amazing. There we go. Just like that. I had to re-loosen this because that oiler lever went clear down in here, which you can't see. So I need to actually put this on first before I bolt that arm back on. Let's put that in. Now let's push it slow. Hey, that works. Okay. Can you see that right there? And the idea is when I push this, see the oil right there. It's hard to see with that light blinding. I get it. Let me turn it off. Right there. See that? See that oil flopping out of there? That works good. We're just gonna finger tighten that in for now until I'm sure we don't and take it off again. Once that's all tight, I can see how that works. I believe the next step is the carburetor. Let's find this carburetor. It goes on like this. I had it upside down. The gasket's still there. Let's put this on. I really think I need to hook up the gas line before I put that on. Okay, we've got to figure out a length. So that goes like this. And we will cut it about right there. I think that's close. Got it on there and it works. Let's recap here. I found where this hose right here, the little hose goes. We got this hooked up. I have the throttle hooked up, chokes hooked up. Spark plugs out. I'm ready to put this on. Let's see if we can't get that started. Let's see what, oh, there we go. There we go. And then that goes right there. Starting to look like a saw again, isn't it? Let's put that muffler back on. This right here, I had to tear apart because this is, I think the technical name for that is spark arrestor. I guess it breaks the law a lot and you gotta arrest it. That's all I can figure out. Oh, that's enough torque. And that magnesium head, oh, that's as far as that's gonna go. So we'll put that there. We'll put these two in here. And shove that down back in there where it was and see if we can't get those to line up. We'll put this back on and tighten it up. And now we need the Allen wrench that I had to tighten these. That's not the right one. Is this one? Ah, yeah. Okay, now this should be, oh my, yeah. That works good, good, good. This stuff on. Let's get this gas cap back in there. Turn that on. And this is the recoil starter. There we go. Now we got two. Wow, it's got a little compression. Oh boy, it's got all kind of spark. It's got so much spark that I could start a V8. Oh, that's tight enough. I'm going to leave this off for now in case I got to put a little bit of fuel in that carburetor. Fact is, I'm going to right now. Here's some mixed gas. Okay. Get some in there. There. Now let's go get my mixed gas and put some in this tank. Uh-oh. I lost my little gizmo down in there. Where are you? Now it's down in there somewhere. One thing about it, it's not going anywhere. Where is it? There it is. Oh, well, that last link that was on this hook broke off. Right there it is. So I'm going to have to figure out how to hook this up. Might just have to buy a new one. They're not that expensive. This gas was just mixed up for my little rototiller that I put an edger on recently. I don't know if you remember that. If you saw it, I'll put a link in if you're interested in watching it. That's half full. Look here, I got an extra part. Well, that's not good. I know where it goes though, that's good. And it isn't hard to take it back apart and put it on, so we'll do that. Well, this gasoline evaporates. I think sure looks nicer. This was supposed to go right there. So let's take that back off and finish the job. I don't have so many tools around here that I can't find what I need ever. Did I put it over there? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me. Let's get this here off. It should stay right in place, at least long enough to... That's one thing about a project. You never want to have leftover parts. Anyway, when I was a young man, an older guy, probably about my age, said, "Son, you never want to have any parts left over when you tear something apart." I never could figure out why, because over the years I've had parts left over and I put it back together and it still worked. So why do you have to put all the parts back on? If you know the answer to that one, leave it in the comments. Does that look better? That's the, oh, torque. I don't know, guys, gals, whoever's watching. I will get this down on the floor. I bought this saw in the early 80s, I'm gonna guess 83, but I tore it apart. I fixed a couple of things. I ran it with the chain on. The oiler's working good. Thing sounds good. If you have any comments, please drop them in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. If you like videos like this and others, watch these right here. Can it be fixed? Sure it can. Can you fix it? You're darn right you can fix it. Until the next one.